Alright, today we were checking out a deck that I never got to cover while it was having its big time in Historic, but we're in Timeless now, and now we get to take a look at all the cards from Tales of Middle-earth and the legendary combo deck that was built out of them. Kind of a cool deck. We want to basically combine Ratadrabik of Urborg with Boromir Warden of the Tower in order to get a situation where we repeatedly sack Boromir to and Ratadrabik triggers and recreates a token of Boromir, and then we can basically just through this whole little situation go ahead and infinitely get our One Ring triggers, or our we can infinitely get our what is it called, Ring Temptation triggers, and from there we can use something like Smeagol, who is a payoff for Ring Tempting. Basically, we can take all of our lands opponents out of their deck and put them onto the battlefield. And then basically we can additionally just mill them out completely, which is pretty sweet. So we're able to get a full combo out of these three cards. Additionally, because Boromir is a token copy, you can use Rosy Cotton of South Lane to make things really big. And then there is a additional side combo of Scurry Oak Rosy. That is just one way that we can win the game. So let's talk about the glue in this deck and how everything's going to end up working. Because we have Smeagol who can mill our opponent, we're running 3 Virtue of Pestilences, because just getting to that 7 mana effect, if we can get that far, is extremely, extremely powerful. Additionally, Locthwain's Scorn is really good against things like a flipped DRC and things like that. Just these aggressive cards really are a problem, and we can only put so many creatures in the way to block. So Virtue Persistence pretty sweet. We are running 2 Collected Companies. I've had mixed success with this card, but basically you really, really want to hope to hit 2 cards, and you don't always do, which is why we're playing this as just a 2 of. Collected Company is great when it hits, like Boromir and Smeagol as your remaining 2 pieces for Ratadrabik. You can find all of Scurry Oak Rosy on there. But what we're going to be able to do with that is generally just find 1 card. And usually that gives us some sort of selection around what we want to put out. So that's definitely a thing that we can do, though I think that if you wanted to run 4 of these, you really need to cut some of the other cards that we're running in this deck, like 3 Virtue Persistence, 4 Once Upon a Time. That kind of makes this a little iffy. We do have a Beseech the Mirror here, which is pretty important, and honestly, if you were considering going for multiple Collected Companies or going up on the Scurry Oak Rosy, where is she? There she is. If you were thinking about going up on that combo, Beseech the Mirror would actually be a pretty good secondary finding spell to go ahead and do that, because you get tokens from Rosy. We're playing Bowmaster, so we have tokens there as well, and this can basically find your Ratadrabik, any one of your 3 combo pieces here. Can also find the missing half of Scurry Oak and Rosy, which is why we're just playing 1 right now. That essentially gives us 3 draws in that as well, in that combo. Plus, we also have Search for Glory, another way of finding cards. So basically, we're running about 5-ish copies of things that find other cards. And I guess if you include Demonic Tutor, that does become 6. So we're pretty good at finding, our snow permanents, legendaries, stuff like that. Search for Glory has a secondary ability of gaining us some life, which is pretty cool. And that helps us when we're both getting attacked down by creatures and utilizing one of my favorite cards from the set, Call of the Ring, to gain additional card advantage. Notably, we also have Erebos' Intervention and Virtue Persistence, to gain a bit of life as well. Okay, so we've covered this. Let's now take a look at some other cards. So we've covered all the combo, we've covered all the ways to get these cards, so let's talk about the extras. Once Upon a Time, good at the beginning of the game, still pretty decent after that. Just helps us find another creature typically. We can also find a land if that becomes useful to us, but pretty much this is just here to be cast early in the game. You could definitely drop some of these out to just go for like a more mid-game kind of oriented approach. I could definitely see you going up on like Erebos' Interventions, maybe another Beseech the Mirror Collected Company, or maybe just buffing up the Rosy and Scurry Oak combo. And then Bowmasters, like I mentioned. Call of the Ring, I'm going to talk about this card probably a lot during this series, but this is an amazing card if you can manage your life total effectively. Getting up to level 4 of the Temptation is amazing, and that typically is a win condition that people don't really play too much, so kind of fun. I'm running 1 Samwise the Stouthearted, just because I think that that's an interesting one. We can do a little bit of an interesting combo here where we put the Virtue of Persistence trigger on the stack to bring back Samwise, and then we can crack our Windswept Heath in order to get it back with the Samwise trigger. So I don't know if that'll ever be useful to us, but that is something that we can do. Yeah, so basically let's go ahead and... oh, right, I forgot there's still the 1-drop slot. 3 Delighted Halflings. We're playing a bunch of legendaries, so having this being able to give us something uncounterably is amazing. Typically, you'd go 4 of these, but there was a bunch of random other cards that I wanted to fit in this deck, so I decided to go down on the Halflings. You can make an argument for dropping a Once Upon a Time or one of the Bowmasters to pick up a 4th one, but for now, I want to make sure that I hit both of these cards because they're important for things like Beseech the Mirror and in general for finding the cards that we need. So let's go in with this version of the deck and see how the games go. Make sure to like the video and comment on it. Let me know what you're thinking about this kind of strategy, and maybe you've made some innovations that I haven't thought of. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and I'll see you in the first round. Alright, it's round 1 here. Let's go ahead. We have a Call of the Ring right off the rip. Unfortunately, the mana to cast it is not quite there, but if we do find a a black at some point, this is a great hand. Smeagol can be cast off with a Halfling, so I'll give it a try. Turn 2 Smeagol is not bad. And our opponent does play black mana, so Smeagol can end up working for us. Alright, as long as it's not Fatal Push on Delighted Halfling, I am not currently punished. Really hoping to draw land at some point, though. Alright, sick. One more land, and we do get Search for Glory. We can even just have it, straight up, which is nice. I'm thinking that I go for Smeagol here. Uncounterable. Let's get it. Search for Glory is probably going to find a basic swamp, a basic snow swamp. Opponent just goes for a Yorion here, and now we can actually just decide to take a black mana here. Yeah, we'll use Windswept Heath to do it. I think I'd rather have that work for me. And then we probably just go Call of the Ring. Yeah, so we need to get something that produces black. We'll shock a Godless Shrine here. Go for this. And, yeah. I guess we have Collected Company after the fact as well, but I do want to Call of the Ring out early. Smeagol's a free attack, so I'll do that. And they'll make a mana here and possibly Fatal Push? No, just Brainstorm. Sweet. Kind of wish I had that Bowmasters. Oh well. Kind of good to know that they play 4 colors here. We will have to hold up this Bowmasters in the future, which we can do with this Collected Company. So all that feels pretty solid. As long as they don't meaningfully impact the board right here, I'm feeling okay. Okay. We'll take the 4 life back. We do want to do our Call of the Ring stuff. And they'll make another mana here. They have 4. What's it going to be? It's just an Uro. That was to make the blue mana, I believe. Let's go ahead and pay the 2 life, take an extra card here. Virtue of Persistence is nice. We are eventually going to get close to being able to cast that. I can Search for Glory to get a land here. That does give me the ability to hold up Bowmasters if I get a snow basic. We'll pay with 1 snow mana, gaining 1 life back, which is cool. And then let's go ahead and grab a snow black mana. Here's a swamp, and then that's Virtue plus Bowmasters plus all this crap. Okay, we'll pass. They will not crack here. This is Leyline Binding, okay. Let's see if they take Call of the Ring. They will take Call of the Ring, okay. We'll go ahead and flash in this Bowmasters. They only have 1 mana here. We'll ping them in the face. Oh, they also have a Bowmasters, alright. Well, I can eat their Bowmasters, which is probably what needs to happen. And then I can also just go ahead and play my Call of the Ring. Boromir being here is nice. I think I'm still going to be waiting for this Collected Company. Let's go ahead and take that out. Oh, maybe they have memory lapse for this. That is probably memory lapse. Yep. So we're going to redraw this Virtue of Persistence. I'll probably go for Call of the Ring now, I suppose. We just want to be making our Temptation happen. We don't really care about drawing the card yet. I'll wait until I cast up a Virtue of Persistence to kill Bowmasters before I take any draws. So that means I don't really get a draw of Call of the Ring next turn, but that's okay. I'll have to decide between Virtue plus Boromir or Collected Company. Boromir doesn't really... They're not doing anything broken enough that Boromir is really crazy. Alright, so we will still have... I guess it'll be this guy. We will decline the 2 life. And then, yeah, I'm going to make a decision here. They've just shown me 1 memory lapse. I think I go in with Virtue or Virtue Boromir. Let's try this again. Possibly they counter it. If they counter, then I go for Boromir. Otherwise, well, let's see. 6 cards. That is just enough to cast Uro, I believe. That's unfortunate. Let's just go ahead and maybe impact their board a bit more. Take them off of mana if possible. I'm also happy to eat a counterspell. Alright, they take mine. They're clearing out my creatures, which is definitely good and proactive. However, they also have creatures in the graveyard. Basically, I just want to get a Virtue of Persistence down pretty soon so that I can start to clear their graveyard out. Make later Uros not a thing. That's very good. I need 2 more mana. So we will go ahead and do this Temptation here. I will pay the 2 life. Nice, there's a land that's huge, and there's a second land. So basically we'll have it next turn. I'll need to use Collected Company here, I think. Alright, we'll pass. Just short of Collected plus Boromir. Unfortunate. I can basically, at some point, start looping their Uro, if it dies, which is cool. We just have to avoid death. We'll wait for them to attack, and then I'm kind of happy to make trades here. Based on, you know, what I just said. Let's go ahead and not let them draw first. We'll go for the first Collected Company. They may have the counterspell for that. That is a memory lapse. Okay, fine. Lucky we drew this extra planes later, so I'm hoping that these Virtue of Pestilences start to squeak in. Do I want to take 6 here? I think that I'm down. Alright, we will get Temptation. I'm going to avoid paying the life right now. We draw Collected Company again. Here's a land, Virtue of Persistence. And then we just pass. We do get it, so now this starts to become really good for us on our turn. We'll take their Bowmasters. Okay, they have a Bowmasters. They'll take out my little guy. And we take a big hit here. We'll have to try to find something good. There are no hits right now, which sucks. So the Boromir giving everything indestructible is nice. I will not elect to pay life here. And we have Once Upon a Time plus Collected Company. So I think I want a Collected Company and then use Boromir as well. Is there any other way that I want to do this? I actually only have 1 green mana, so it has to be Collected Company. Yeah, Collected Company plus Boromir, I think, is going to be the move. We got to hit well here. Okay, cool. That is basically well enough. We get to kill the Bowmasters, make a blocker, and then we get to follow all this up with a Boromir. Uncounterable. Alright. We potentially have stabilized. They'll have to exile more than a few things before combat if they want to get through. And then now we have their Bowmasters to come back next turn. Alright. We do get to ping. I think that they're probably not drawing again this turn, so I'll just put it to face. Let's go ahead and block with our easy blocker, which we'll get back next turn through Virtue of Persistence. Leyline Binding, I assume they take Persistence here. That is okay. We will probably just end up playing another one. Another Uro. They have just 5 cards, so I think I probably... Oh, that is 6, isn't it? Alright, well, I think I probably still want to do this Virtue of Persistence, to be honest. We go to face again. I probably should have just pinged their token. That's kind of a misplay, but at least it can't attack yet. Delighted Halfling. I mean, they can just eat their graveyard at some point intentionally as well. That would play around my Virtue of Persistence play. This guy can still be blocked. I'm going to decide not to pay again. Beseiju gets me back my Virtue, which is sweet. So I'll do that on their end step, and then I hold up Once Upon a Time. Or I think I play Once Upon a Time. No, I can't because I need to use the mana for Beseiju. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I can't even do Virtue plus Beseiju, so I just hold on here. So the idea here is in their end step, I Beseiju Leyline Binding and then yoink their Uro, starting to give me card advantage. Their Uro will attack, sure. We get to ping here. I'm inclined to probably kill this Delighted Halfling. We'll make the chump block with the Orc Army. And we'll stay alive. They'll go for Oko here. That's kind of interesting.
Level with your king, wild and sovereign and free.
Luckily, this is an enchantment, so Oko can't elk it. They'll make this guy a 5/5. That's pretty scary.
Let's broaden your existence.
Alright, so we'll go ahead and channel this Beseiju, taking their Leyline Binding. They'll need Stifle for this. Alright, we have Virtue of Persistence on the battlefield. That can take an Uro. Alright, so they'll find a land here. Yeah, alright, here we go. So let's take their Uro. Or do I want Bowmasters? I think I probably just want Uro. We'll take the card advantage. That actually maybe not was not smart. But I do essentially get to take this draw here unless I draw something like Collected Company. So I think that maybe I don't want to do anything about that. I may not want to pay the life here if I whiff on Collected Company. I mean, I could draw a green land here. That'd be great. But then an Uro getting through just kills me. I think that I'm probably going to just say, let's not do this. Oh, we find Beseech the Mirror. We're actually very close to being able to combo. So how much mana am I left over with if I do this? I think I can do it if I go 1. Oh, I need the token, don't I? That's very close to working. So 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, 4 mana Collected Company, and then I can also Beseech. I guess I could get rid of my Call of the Ring if Collected Company hits something right. Oh my god, I cannot believe I just auto-tapped that after counting out my mana. It's okay. It never mattered. Okay, that's fine. Then I guess we'll go ahead and just chill here and give it a try next turn. Alright, still Boromir is a thing that can chill. That is interesting. I could just sack Boromir here to protect my Bowmasters, but then they just elk it anyway. I think I need to save Boromir from being elked here, because I don't have one in the graveyard, right? Yeah, okay. We'll let this happen. Okay, getting a little scary here. We know we'll redraw this collected company. So basically collected company needs to hit a golem. If we can hit golem or find either Rosie or Scurry Oak, that is potential there. This brainstorm really hurts me. They could just find natural counterspell here and they can just have more than enough mana to chill behind their Uros. We are gonna have to just find a combo turn. And then they can swap artifact creature. Okay, so Leyline Binding probably just takes my Virtue of Persistence again. That really hurts. Okay. That makes things a bit more difficult. We'll get double Call of the Ring trigger, which may just be better to go for the gold here. We're definitely blocking. We block here. Alright, we just need something that wants me to get the temptation a bunch of times. Alright, so that is going to happen. They Leyline Binding my Virtue. And we move to turn here where I actually now don't have the mana that I need. That's really unfortunate. So we do need to probably just take our draws here. We'll draw once, twice. And we have to just send it here, finding an untapped land, which we do. If I take one more of these, I'm okay, because Windswept Heath puts me to 1. Oh, nice. That's pretty good. We decline this one, and then we get Bowmasters. So I go here, I go Windswept Heath. To make this easier for me, I do want another green mana. Alright, let me make sure I do this right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cast Collected Company. Do they have a counterspell? That would be unfortunate. We have Scurry Oak and Orcish Bowmasters. Alright, we will ping them for 1. They play Orcish Bowmasters themselves. That is completely fine. I want them to take my Bowmasters. They kill me. Okay. That means then that I need to Erebos' Intervention to kill something. They can bring back an Uro. I'm worried about really nothing other than that. So I can give something -3/-3. That means I can kill Delighted Halfling, I guess. Unfortunate, so they're going to make me take another turn here. Another Bowmasters gets me. Okay, so we stay alive here. That is actually not going to happen because of Yorion. Unfortunate. Well, we played this one pretty long and strong here. I think the Leyline Bindings were just a pretty good answer to my Virtues. But other than that, I think it was a pretty solid solid play here. I think there was a situation where I took Uro where I may have wanted a Bowmasters to set up for Beseech the Mirror. But pretty interesting here. I think they'll go all in here, and yeah, just Yorion is going to do it. Alright, well, good first game here. I think this is definitely a nice testament to see that this deck can more or less hold up in the long run. We had a hard time getting through and attacking, but other than that, I think we did pretty good in terms of setting up our combo. Decent first game, but I think we can do better. Let's hop into round 2. Alright, here we go. This is our round 2. I have acceleration into Smeagol, removal with Virtue of Persistence, and Search for Glory does help me find stuff. We don't really get to gain any life here, but it's fine. Let's just play the Boseiju as is. I'd like to avoid taking too much life, and there's a chance that we draw into a card that we want to play. Any untapped land will do. Arboreal Grazer, so we are definitely playing against, what's it called, Prime Time. Boseiju would have been really nice, honestly. I could go for Scurry Oak plus Rosie, actually. I go Scurry Oak this turn, next turn Search for Glory, the turn after. Get the combo going. I'm down. Alright, well, the side combo has become game plan number 1 here. Opponent is going to have 4 unique cards here. Possibly 5 if there's another Grazer in hand. Alright, makes sense. Alright, here we go. So we get another land here. I think it's just going to be Search for Glory here. Enters tap, Search for Glory, get our Rosie. Rosie Cotton. And here we go. We don't need to attack. Alright, so we threaten a wider board than they can make here. They can make a lot of zombies. We can make infinite squirrels. So we do not yet see, what is the name of the card? Did they forest cycled? Okay, so they couldn't have found the castle. Oh, but they do find what they need here. No matter. We actually don't care. So basically, I just need to go extremely wide with Scurry Oak. And make it so that when they attack with Prime Time, I can block it and then also later kill all the zombies. Oh. Not what I thought. Ah, that's what I thought. Okay, here we go. So they just get double Field of the Dead here. That will make them 4 zombies. 8 power. We go to 12, but we can effectively block next turn. Should be okay. We don't block with our combo piece. Instead, we go for Rosie Cotton. Let's make sure that we utilize this for the uncounterability. And here we go. We'll make a food token. Put something on Scurry Oak. And then we... Okay, that's probably enough. We'll just decline this. Let's make one of these bigger. Alright, we'll go in. 120 damage here. They will block, of course. We can kill something with Erebos' intervention, I guess. We'll have the center tapped. And we'll say go. Yeah, so kind of just arbitrarily large amount here. Obviously, they can make something like 20 or so of these zombies this turn when they pull out their next 2 Fields of the Dead. 1 ring is definitely a way to do it. So we'll have to think about that. So we definitely kill the Titan if it attacks, otherwise we have to wait a turn here, which is tough. We are 5 out of 7 mana for Virtue of Persistence. Smeagol is also pretty solid here. Definitely down to play that and attack with some tokens. Oh, well then we just easily do this. We easily block here. Block to kill. That will leave me with 12 less. I'll still have over 100 of these. That's okay. We have enough to kill next turn, but not necessarily if they keep popping the stuff. They also do have Thespian Sage, which now kind of makes us a little bit worrying. So we'll definitely make our blocks here. I don't know, I'll just block a bunch more times in case they have anything funky that they're doing, and then I will make the blocks here because they will untap and we need to not die. What happens now? I assume it's just Thespian Sage copying Field of the Dead. Or do I just get like straight up blown out here? Let's see. No, they just had to click a lot through the UI. I see. Alright, nothing's happening here. Very cool. Okay. And would it be correct to say that they didn't get their Primeval Titan trigger? Or did they pick something that I didn't think about? Maybe it was it this? Oh, Discover 4 Thespian Sage. Okay, that's probably the reason why. So the idea here is loop the One Ring. I got it. Oh, very interesting, actually. They force cycle for what now? So I think they're definitely on the back foot here trying to do One Ring things. I am left here probably trying to Smeagol. Is it worth giving them 12 kills? I mean, I'll just attack with one thing, honestly. See if they would like to help me trigger Smeagol. They would, actually, which is kind of crazy. Bad idea for them. We can, unfortunately, not play anything else with black mana. That sucks. But let's go ahead and tempt our anything that has 1 power. Alright, at the beginning of their upkeep, short, and it's a creature died in your control. Okay. Alright, well, opponent couldn't be bothered to stick around to see the end, but it's all good because we got him down to negative 208. If you were watching closely, we actually did draw our secondary legendary combo. So not only did we get them with Scurryoak, Rosy Cotton, if they were able to deal with these creatures, I did have Ratadrabik, Smeagol, and Boromir in hand. And then, honestly, if that didn't work either, Smeagol would have gotten us enough lands to play this Virtue of Persistence from our hand. So I think we firmly got them done there. Pretty solid. So that's round 2 out of the way. Let's hop into round 3 and go for one more. Okay, here we go. Round, what is it, 3? Yeah, round 3. We have enough mana to do what we want to here. Scurryoak can come out. Technically, Collected Company can just find our Rosie if we're lucky. Search for Glory can find her too. We can actually just play it the same as last game. Kind of down to try it again. Mishra's Bauble, probably crack for a... No, I see they're going to figure out if they want this top card or not. They do not. I imagine we're just on some Delver kind of deal. DRCs and such. So we'll just play slow with our good old friend Windswept Heath and pass. I would like to avoid Stifle here, but if they just hold up mana, I will try it at the end of my turn. Oh, that's kind of scary. Maybe I don't do that. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We are going to play around this. I'm down to just play slow. So we'll see if they want to do anything on this turn. Orcish Bowmaster is fine. We will finally get our Windswept Heath down. And let's go for a Indotha Triumph. So Orcish Bowmasters is annoying. We can go for Virtue of Persistence. They definitely have Counterspell here. I think that it's a little worrisome to get a Virtue of Persistence countered, but we do have 2. So I can attempt to resolve Scurryoak. If it doesn't work, I take 2. Sounds good. Then we have 4th mana with Beseiju next turn. Which we actually only have 1 black mana, which is kind of annoying. So this blocks a Bowmasters. If we draw for whatever reason, it's a little sketchy. That's good to know. And if they have another Bowmasters, then I block. For this reason, I do not block here. There's probably another Bowmasters in hand. Alright, so then I probably just play Boseiju here, hold up Collected Company. We could try to do some Call of the Ring plus Virtue of Persistence situations, but I actually don't have enough mana for that. So I think I go Collected Company this turn, and then next turn Search for Glory plus 1 ring. Or, sorry, Call of the Ring. Alright. Well, we don't attack here. We just wait until they use their mana, and then we try to get things onto the battlefield. Possibly another Bowmasters comes down here. They decided to hold it up, if it is indeed that. Oracle of the Alpha, sure. Not really what I thought they'd be doing, but okay. We get blown out by Spell Pierce in this situation. Now I'm a bit happy to attempt to make a block here. See if they want to use any type of effect here. Possibly Fatal Push, actually. Okay, so while that's fine, we can Collected Company and combo in response. We don't quite get it, which is okay. So we'll go ahead and do this. We will ping that. We will evolve. Let's go ahead and make a token. And then we will die. And I guess I could actually just sack Boromir here and keep Skuriok around. That's kind of nice. I will get tempted. Let's make our Orc Army the thing, since that can attack. And then we actually have Smeagol here. That's pretty solid. Yeah, that could be good. So I can go Smeagol plus Virtue. That's pretty solid. Let's do that. Well, actually, no. It should be Call of the Ring plus Search for Rosie, because that's just a thing that we can do. So we go Virtue. Search for Glory, get our Rosie. We'll gain a life back. Alright, so we'll present Rosie combo. And then basically we can start doing other things and make them hold up a counterspell for her. All the while we can attack here, and they'll have like 2 to 3 mana to work with to defend ourselves. Displacer Kitten. Well, that's a thing that we can easily kill. Alright, looks like we might be okay here after all. Then we just go Rosie Cotton, combo, and win. Alright. Skuriok. Make a token. Skuriok. Make a token. Skuriok. Make a token. And so on. Alright, and then we just get up to lethal here, and we've got the game. We have 10, 11, 12, and that's all she wrote. Alright, cool. Well, surprisingly, our one of Skuriok and Rosie have come into play twice now, in 2 wins through combo. Let's move on to round 3 and see if we can get the canonical combo to work out. Or I'd also be down to play a long game with Virtue of Persistence. Let's see if we can make one of those 2 things happen. Here we go. Alright, here we go. We want to get to this Ratadrabik gameplay, so I will keep this hand. Let's go Shock Temple Garden, play Delighted Halfling. I should have played Once Upon a Time first, but I'm going to have to wait next turn anyway, so it's all freaking good. Alright, Boromir as well could just be played this turn. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to just eat my bad play here and then get a imperfect mana base here by shocking another Temple Garden so that I can play both of these cards. Alright, we'll pass. Pretty much just a Golem is the last thing that we need. Mayhem Devil actually is going to hard counter Boromir. That sucks. Let's see if we can make our way around this. We do need black mana, so let's play Godless Shrine. And then we'll go to our turn. Demonic Tutor can find something good. Let's go play Ratadrabik. Alright. Ward 2/3/3. We're happy to trade for Mayhem Devil. At least it means that it can't attack. All right, they're going to do some damage to either my Delighted Halfling or face. Okay, looks like they don't have Bowmasters or another way to sack something. They do take some heavy damage here. They're going to Fatal Push my Ratadrabic? I could see that happening, to be honest. They are going to Fatal Push it. Alright, so we basically just get to replay our hand. Don't really mind the Mayhem Devil attack here. Now I have 6 mana, so I can Ratadrabic plus Demonic Tutor. Just want to make sure that we use 2 mana for this. Go like that. And then basically we just go for our Smeagol. And we try to win. Where's Smeagol? There he is. Alright, well this can happen uncounterably as soon as next turn. Let's hope that this is the way. I think we actually can't go ahead with the combo quite yet. But we can start getting Smeagol value for sure. Now that's a little awkward. Oh, nice. Okay, so we find our answer here. So we go Virtue. Get rid of that thing. They can Priest in response. I'll float mana if they do. Okay, let's make a food token. Sweet. So then I go for, I guess it's Boromir. No, it's Smeagol. And then we do get to attack. They go to 12, and we are set up to combo next turn without Mayhem Devil in the way. Ah, there's another Mayhem Devil. Alright. Witch's Oven. We are doing the sacrifice things. We also can just play Virtue of Persistence here. They'll do what they're going to do. They're trying to kill Smeagol. We will offer the trade with Ratadrabic, I think. No, we'll offer the trade with Smeagol. What am I saying? We can offer the trade with both, honestly, because we can bring him back with Virtue. Big decision here. I mean, clearly they can't take Ratadrabic, so this does make sense. And then do I want to pay life? I think I probably don't. I'll take another green. Alright, Virtue. Could have waited for post-combat, but it's okay. We talk all in. Hope that they trade with Mayhem Devil. They'll go to 5. Got a good bit of life left to give. We have Virtue online, so we're fine to just drop out a Delighted Halfling. Honestly, I could just Mayhem Devil to Mayhem Devil, which is cool. Okay, well now they have too many Mayhem Devils. Okay, so do I want something from my graveyard or from theirs? Probably theirs. We'll put that one out. And then basically what's going to happen here is I need to... Oh, I can just Boromir, sack Boromir. Everything will be indestructible. Okay, yeah, this can work. Well, unless they just immediately kill Smeagol. We'll see. Okay. Yeah, this actually doesn't quite work out, unfortunately. Yeah, it actually doesn't quite work out. That's unfortunate. We'll attack in. They do need to block now. Can't actually see what's being blocked by this. Oh, they're chomping with the Gilded Goose, sure. They go to 2. They'll sack the Witch's Oven. Their Mayhem Devil triggers go on after mine because I'm the active player, which is really annoying, so I just gotta point them at face. They kill my Smeagol? No, they go to my face, okay. Sure. And I mean, actually, now that I think about it, I can just kill them now, can't I? Let's attempt it. So I'm going to go ahead and activate Boromir. I go to face. They get 2 triggers, they kill Smeagol, right? That seems about right. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no, they're going to face. Okay, sick. Alright, so we make a copy of Boromir. Now all of my stuff is indestructible, so Smeagol doesn't care about the triggers. They missed their opportunity there. Also, they did not, they didn't block. Trigger, put them to 1. And they get some triggers of their own. It's all good. Alright, and we'll sack one of our Delighted Halflings. I would like to see this go on more than 1 turn, so we'll actually not kill them with this. Alright, and honestly, I'm just trying to do the combo here, so we will have the center tapped, and then we'll execute the combo here, and then kill them after the fact. Alright, all this stuff happens, we trigger this, then we recreate a combo, and yeah, we just get to take all of our opponent's lands here. So I will go ahead and execute this, just because it's fun to do, and yeah. We got to click a little bit extra because of this Mayhem Devil, but it's kind of cool that our opponent helped us out to some degree with this, and we can see exactly what their deck was playing. So pretty fun combo here. We've executed it a few times, so now I'll go ahead and bring the opponent out. Activate ability, ping the Mayhem Devil. Maybe I will just burn them out. That would be kind of fun. Or, sorry, mill them out. Yeah, I think I'll end it like this. Alright, well, opponent didn't want to stick around. So we either just kill them with Mayhem Devil or mill them out with the rest of this combo. And we did get to see it here in the re-record. I forget if I mentioned it, but I'm re-recording after the fact, since pretty much what happened in my 5 games was we comboed with Rosie and everything else just was secondary in nature. Generally, that's not supposed to be the case in the long run, but, you know, in 5 games, sometimes you get the variance shown to you. Yeah, overall, I think this was a good re-record. I'm going to put this in at round 4. We had a pretty underwhelming round 4 where we just got bowled over by an albeit very interesting Death's Shadow list. So I'll just probably slot this in there. And, yeah, we'll just hop into round 5 here and finish out the series from here on out. I'll see you there. Okay, here we go. This is round 5, 5th and final. We have Ratadrabik, some stuff that can be cast off of our 2 lands, and eventually a Smeagol. So we start with Call of the Ring because Temptation level 1 is not super crazy. Oh, maybe we Bowmasters, actually. Mishra's Bauble, they'll get as much as 3 here. Looks like it'll just be 2 on the DRC scale. Unfortunately, this Mishra's Bauble I cannot respond to, which sucks. We will probably just go... We can wait a turn, I think. They play at most 2 spells next turn, and I doubt it's a counterspell angle. I maybe get punished for this, we'll see. The attack, I don't care about losing 1 life. Another DRC. Okay, sure. Will they play another Bauble? We'll play Bloodstained Mire, okay. I hope it's not Spell Pierce. Alright, good. So we get to kill one of these. And Call of the Ring next turn, I'd say. Call of the Ring. Alright, so eventually we'll be chilling here, unless this is something crazy. Their DRCs flip. At least we killed one of them. And okay. Either they didn't have basic or whatever, but that's pretty weird. I'm not really sure why they just punted that game. or why they decided to sweep it up. Definitely an early concession there. Let's just hop back into another re-record of round 5. I think we can do better. Yeah, let's see if it takes us less than 20 seconds, otherwise we'll just re-record. Oh, people are popping. It's around 12, so I guess everyone like me is on their lunch break. Okay, round 5, the re-record. Here we go. 3 mana, Bowmaster, Smeagol, Scurryoak. Yeah, I mean, I'm down. Alright, we can hold this all the way until turn 2 and play our Once Upon a Time. Watery Grave, okay. Possible Thoughtseize, no, it's just Consider. We are going to want to punish this draw for sure. We see that they play Painful Bond, okay. Got it, we'll pass. That is a good card. My turn, I don't need to play anything yet. And let's make sure that we have second block. And we'll say go again. Alright, on this turn, we need to play Once Upon a Time into the Bowmasters. They're probably very certain that we have Bowmasters in hand. It's not like we really played around that at all. Let's go ahead and Once Upon a Time. Play that thing for free. See if this bait's a counterspell. That'd be kind of sweet. So if they try to brainstorm in response here, we absolutely destroy them. They must have one counterspell. They're really taking a long time to decide if they want to counter this. Alright, they let it happen and we find a Delighted Halfling. I think I go to my turn and try to punish a Brainstorm. Let's go pay life, attempt to cast this. This is going to make the rest of their turns really annoying. Is this Brainstorm, Fatal Push, or something else? They moved to my end step, and will this be Brainstorm? I really want to catch out a Brainstorm. That's fine. Okay, we're still holding on here. Let's see them draw something. Next turn we have Collected Company, which is cool. Okay. Now I think I played Bowmasters. No, that resolved way quicker than I thought it would. Maybe they just play removal. Okay, so I should not have been worried about that. Bit of Triumph. I don't care that they're doing that. This is clearly a whatchamacallit deck, Death Shadow. So a Death Shadow will be a 5/5 right now. Smeagol will get eaten. Let's just play this. We'll hold up the Collected Company. I doubt they're shocking anything in here, so we pressure the life total. And then hopefully we can amass a big enough board to chump block a Death Shadow. Surveil 5 of Taigum's Scheming. Yikes. Definitely a card I do not ever see played. But this could be very, very interesting. This may also just not even be Death Shadow. So their next draw is going to be great. I'll hopefully be able to luckily get a Bowmasters in the Collected Company, and then all will be okay. That basically would win me the game if we happen to have a Bowmasters in the top 6. Tolarian Terror. Oh, interesting. You got it. We don't have targeted removal, so we just kind of need to get bigger than that or combo through. Alright, Collected Company it is. Do you have a counterspell? Oh, you do. Oh, that's why. Well, that was a very good use of that card because we don't have many many cards that can be countered like that. I'm going to play Smeagol. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, the ring tempts you. Let's get tempted. Oh, they let it happen. That's cool. Well, we will take the damage this turn. It is all good. Even if Smeagol dies, we have a backup. Oh, totally. I'm so down. They go to 3. They absolutely must be on Death Shadow. We're about to see at least one, I would imagine. Maybe it's not Death Shadow. They would have played it. I'm really confused as to what they're doing. I mean, clearly the Tolarian Terror is like the idea here. It's kind of like a Murktide Regent in other formats. Just a big body that delves away cards. It looks like there is a delve spell, so this must be Treasure Cruise. I couldn't think of another card it could be. Maybe it's not. I'm so confused. No, it is Treasure Cruise. Okay, that makes sense. They kept sorceries and instants, which I see is for this Tolarian Terror. Let's give them a little heartbeat and fetch here. I'm just going to take a Triumph, though. It's okay, you get your 3 draws and do not die, unfortunately for me. Death Shadow, we knew it. And yeah, we just have to find 3 damage here. Basically just play these 2 cards from hand here. And if we don't get through, we die, which is a little scary. Well, that is really not a card we hope to see. We will just have to go and do this stuff. Smeagol. We do get to evolve here. Let's make that token. And we have our 2 blockers for next turn. So we need to find a way to a Rosie, basically, because nothing else that we do really helps us. I guess a Boromir buys us a turn. Not looking great for the quote-unquote home team here. They must have something. Okay. Ah, I see. So it's just big guys that cost not very much. Let's go in and attack with Scurry Oak and then Samwise it back. They might actually just take that. Yeah, they should take that. This is actually kind of a test here. If they have good format knowledge, I don't think they... Or they may know that... I'm trying to think, actually. Is this a good attack? This may not be a good attack. Like, they're probably wondering if my collected company, which they assume I have in hand, gets anything. I just want them to block so I get a Smeagol trigger. And they may also realize that. Honestly, I don't know what I want them to do here, so we'll just see what they decide. They might be alt-tabbed Googling Scurry Oak combos, maybe. Maybe looking for my deck. At least on my channel, it's not up yet, so we will see. In terms of their deck, though, I'll make some comments on that. Very cool to see Treasure Cruise getting played, and nice, we are going to get our Scurry Oak back. That's fun, and so that means we go Samwise here. Let's take back Mr. Scurry Oak. And then a thing that we would like to be tempted is probably anything that can attack through for free. So we'll go with this. We get a land here. They mill some stuff that makes their deck cheaper, which is annoying. And then I go Scurry Oak. Not really worth it to hold up a single mana. And let's go ahead and continue to have Smeagol be there. And yeah, we'll basically survive. And we just need to allow Smeagol to attack in. Smeagol with his Ring Bearer status gets around all this stuff. And this could be what we needed. So they attack all in. We'll go to 2. Unless they have something special for us. Let's see. Nothing else I can do from this point. We just gotta sit tight and pray. Go to 2. And what do you got for me now? A Fatal Push doesn't do it. Even that Feed the Swarm doesn't do it either. Oh, and then they get to mill and bring something back. Oh, it actually doesn't matter, though. Tolarian Terror cannot block this, because it's too big. Alright, nice. I think we actually made it through. That's amazing. Let's cycle and see what our top card was. Beseech the Mirror. We are definitely not doing anything with that. We'll go in. We get to draw and discard a card. I'll discard the Beseech the Mirror in case they have some miraculous way of getting around this. But we finally get them, and they're dead. Okay, well, that's not exactly how I expected to win with Golem, but that was pretty cool. Or, sorry, Smeagol. I think this was a pretty cool deck overall. Hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And honestly, yeah, that's more or less it. It's definitely a deck that has some game and some potential in the long game. And, you know, other than that, can produce 2 pretty quick combos, which is fun. Anyways, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like the video if you liked it. Comment if you want to see more like this. And subscribe for videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's all from me, and I'll see ya.